Hi, my name is Shakir, and today I'm going to show you the way that I marinate my brisket, and we're going to smoke the brisket for about 12 to 16 hours. I have prime grade beef right in front of me. It's about 15 pounds or so. I will make this whole. I'm not gonna cut out the flat part. So to start out, first we will get rid of. We'll do the trimming. We'll get rid of all this fat from the meat side. As you can see, I've trimmed most of the fat off from this piece. I think it looks pretty good on this side. You can take your time and remove the rest of this small little pieces, but I think it's okay. Now I'm going to flip over to the other side. And here the idea is to have a more or less a uniform fat layer, which should be around 1 inch or so. So I would continue trimming to have more or less uniform fat layer from the top. But for the most part, this thing looks pretty good. So I'm going to continue trimming, and once I'm done, I'll show you the final product. Okay, I think I'm happy with the amount of fat that I've trimmed. I think it looks, this is all that I've trimmed out of this piece. So for the next step is we're going to season this, and to season I will use the olive oil as the binding agent. This is a Costco brand, which I like very much. Then I'm going to follow up with these seasoning. I really like this seasoning. So this is a personal favorite. So this would be used as a base, if you will. And then this time I'm going to use this Texas brisket rub, made by Henry's, and I'm going to season this well. So we're going to try this combo today. Pause it. Mm-hmm. All right, as I mentioned, I'm going to use the binding agent, which is the olive oil. Just going to pour some. All it does is it will be used as a binding agent, as I said. So all the spices will stick to the rub. So I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to apply this first layer, which is, don't be afraid to use a good amount of season, good amount of rub. Okay, and now I'm going to use my Texas rub. As you can see, this rub, be very generous with this. Okay, and now I'll do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to do the same thing on this side of the brisket. Again, very generous with the rubs and spices. Okay. Again, you can use any rub you want. Today I'm going to use my own, which I've used in the past and I'm very pleased with it. Okay, I think this is plenty. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit in a refrigerator for at least minimum of 2 hours. Some people keep it for longer, but I like to keep it for a minimum of 2 hours. So. Okay, welcome back. Now we're gonna prep our smoker. The smoker that I have is a Kumara Joe. I believe it's a 22-inch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, as you can see, I've added some of the charcoal. I'm gonna use these fire starters. I really like those. And then once the fire starts going, I'm gonna add these pecan wood chunks. This would give us a nice flavor as well as the smoke. I personally like pecan wood chunks as my favorite. So here we go. We're gonna start this up, and I'm gonna warm this up to about 200 degrees, 225 degrees or so. And we will put our meat on the smoke. We probably will be smoking for about, I don't know, 12 to 16 hours. We will monitor the temperature. So yeah, stay tuned. So I wanted to show you the fire that I got going. So as you can see, I've added a couple of the wood chunks, and that should be sufficient. Should give us enough smoke and flavor. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for the temperature to rise before I'm going to close this lid. Okay. Now we've got the nice smoke going. I think we have nice evenly distributed heat throughout the smoker. I'm going to go ahead and close it. And from here, it's just a waiting game until the temperature here reaches about 200, 225 degrees. And we can start smoking our meat. Okay. After about 30 minutes or so, my temperature has stabilized at around 200 to 210. And I can feel that my ceramic tap is well heated throughout. So what I've done on the inside is I have put the deflector plate. I've added a pan with some water. This will serve two purposes. One purpose is to keep the moist inside. The other purpose, it will serve as a drain for all the fat juices. They will all come down. Yeah. So my smoker is ready. As you can see, it's smoking quite well. So we are ready for the meat. I'm going to take this is for his stuff. He asked me to cook. So I'm going to take this out and cut it, and then when I will cut it, like you just need to show the juices, okay?
Вот такое барбекю сделали. Ой, какой запах. Из брискета, говяжьей грудинки. Сейчас будет резать.
Okay, and now the brisket is ready. It's been resting for about 2 hours. So I'm going to take it off. Oh my goodness. It is. Okay. Let me leave the closet. Let me take it out. I need to test it.
Горячее?
Горячее.
Take the thing and flip it over.
I'm going to do this. Hold on. I'll put it, then once I put it in, then you will record. This one is немножко передержал.
Еще, наверное, надрез сделай, да, покажешь?
Да.
На доске будешь?
Да, на доске.
Тяжелый кусок, тяжелый и горячий. Может, помощь нужна больше.
Too big.
Вот так. Сколько веса было? С бумагой. Ну ничего, ложись. 15 паундов?
Да.
Сейчас посмотрим. Видите, в фольге все это готовилось.
Не фольге было последний момент, когда...
В фольге последний момент, наверное, вы услышали.
Okay,
Продолжай по-английски.
let's see how it turned out. All right, look at this nice red ring around it. Look at the juices that are flowing out. As you can see,
О, какой сочный.
let's try it. Oh, need a different knife.
Вот это да.
Yeah?
Ой, какая вкусняшка. Все, не буду больше вас дразнить.